Hey, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the D flat major chord. We're going to go over 5 different voicings. I'm going to break each one down and the correct fingerings and the techniques so you can easily play these chords, okay? Cool, let's get started. So if you've seen any of my other videos, it's always the same thing. The neck needs to be going up. When the guitar neck is like this, that's not bad, but you definitely don't want it going down. What happens if you do that, you'll start to kink up your wrist, and it's going to cause a lot of problems. Your fingers won't work properly. It'll hurt, ache. And so this is always number 1. And number 2 is it's like this. The thumb needs to be just behind the fingers there. It should never be on the outside of your index, okay? Cool, so the first one we're gonna do is a little bar chord. It's very, very simple. We're gonna go right here on the 6th fret. We're gonna go 4th string 6, 3rd string 6, and the 2nd string 6, and we're just gonna bar it. That is it. And you can see from the diagrams I have up on the screen here, I'm also showing you what notes are in the chord, so that way you can understand or start to understand what is actually going on underneath the hood. And so we have your D flats right here, then we have the F and your A flat. So this is technically a D flat slash A flat because the A flat is in the bass. So this would be considered an inversion or a slash chord, okay? Cool, so there's your first one. Great, moving on. Okay, next we're gonna come up here to the 6th string 9th fret. Go ahead and put your index finger right there. And then on the 5th string, go ahead and put your ring finger on the 11, your pinky on the 4th string 11, and then your middle finger on the 3rd string 10, and that's it. We're not gonna do a bar, we're just gonna play those 4 notes. Okay, so when you strum that, we're pressing here on the index, and we're not even worrying about the bar chord yet. And what happens is if you do that, you'll naturally mute those strings, which is cool, okay? So just get good, one motion going like so. And then once you can get that down, then all you're gonna do is continue to squeeze in with your index. I meant to say your middle finger. And then your index pushes to the side. And then we'll get those other 2 notes. Okay, but you can play the chord just like this, very simple. All right, sweet. So we've gone over 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm counting that as 2 of them. All right, and next we're gonna come over here to the 5th string 4th fret. Go and put your index finger right there, and then we're gonna do the bar with your ring finger. And remember earlier where we did this thing? We're gonna do it again, but now with your ring, and then we're gonna add the bass note right there. So I didn't do this one earlier because it's quite a bit harder. But what's gonna happen, as you can see, the knuckle's a bit high and it scoops in. Okay, that is it on this one. And what happens is, yes, you can also bar this one if you can get to it, but you don't need to. You can just go and not even play the 1st string. But if you want to, just make sure that your ring finger's not pressing that. That's gonna be different. We want the ring finger to get up and out of the way to hit that one, okay? So that is that one. If you find I'm going just a little too fast, I have an article that I wrote up on my website about this chord that'll have the chord diagrams, but then also I have a bit more information as far as what chord progressions sound cool with this chord, what keys use the chord, a few songs that are easy enough that you can practice with this, as well as what are the notes inside the chord so that we can really understand what's going on with this chord, and we can level up your guitar playing and your musicianship at the same time. So you may want to check that out. Okay, lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and you're pretty good at this one already if you're watching this, your D chord. We're going to move it back here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bar this, put that there, and then grab this right here. You can see in the diagram what I just did. So just to recap on that, I went here. So here's your D major, like so. But what I did, instead of using these 2 fingers, I just barred it. I wouldn't recommend playing your D major like this, but for this example, we need it because we're gonna do this other inversion. And we're just gonna slide it back, and then your ring finger is gonna come right there. So what's happening is your ring finger's on 4th string 3, and then your 1st finger is barring on the 1st fret of strings 1, 2, and 3, and then your 2nd finger is on 2nd string 2. So yeah, this would be a D flat slash F, because now the F note is in the bass. Okay, so that's gonna be an inversion. a slash chord, and that is that. So now you know a couple ways to play the D flat. So just to recap, we were here, boom, this little bar. Then we came up here, did this guy, the E shape, and then we lowered down to make the bar, came back to this one, and now we added in the bass, so it's in root position. Root meaning, of course, that the D flat is the lowest sounding note, and then we came right here, boom. Okay, sweet. So now you know how to play the D flat major chord in many positions. I'm going to have links in the description below where I'm going to break down the theory of what's going on and why underneath the hood. And you can see on the chord diagrams that have the notes, but why is this the case? I'll have a theory lessons on that. So you want to stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in another video.